Good evening, everyone. This is the Board of Trustees regular meeting. It is May 9th, 2017. It is 7:30 p.m. This is meeting 2017-10. Please take the roll.
President Barry?
Here.
Trustee Olenichek?
Here.
Trustee Desmond?
Here.
Trustee Carberry?
Here.
Trustee Vorder?
Here.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thanks. Would everyone rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance. Thank you very much. We're on item 3, approval of meeting minutes for the closed meeting minutes 2017-05 dated April 11th, 2017. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Made by trustee Olenichek. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Olenichek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Carberry?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 4 is approval of the meeting minutes for the regular meeting minutes 2017-09 dated April 25th, 2017. May I have a motion, please, on
Motion
item?
to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Olenichek made that
Second.
motion, seconded by trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Olenichek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Carberry?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 5, I'm turning the floor over to trustee Mike Carberry, our District 6 trustee. Mike, it's just, well, I'll let you talk.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor, and Mayor, Village Manager, Clerk, trustees. Good luck to, and thank you to all of you, because it has been, it's been an experience, right? A lot of good. It's been a great experience. A lot of good people I met with our staff, from all of you. I don't want to mention any names, but they've all done a great job, and it's been a joy. So I wish everybody well there. Now, your next 4 years, I know I am going to mention. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to. We deal with a lot of debt that, Treasurer O'Donnell talked about, and you guys are going to be, that's not going away, right? And a lot of municipalities have it. But I wanted to share one success story. Terry O'Brien, and a lot of people don't know it and don't reference it, but Terry O'Brien, who worked with us here in the village, when he was the president of the Metropolitan Water District, with 16 different unions and a massive budget, and way more employees, a much more complex deal, was successful, and it's been uncontested with pension reform. They've done it. They were successful doing it, and it passed through the state of Illinois as well. And it's been, I think they've been at it 5 or 6 years with great success. Management and unions were all participated. So I wish the village well, and I know you've been trying, the village manager and everybody, the trustees, been trying to come up with real reforms. So I wish you well in that effort. All of you, thank you very, very much. It's been a great experience. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you all.
Can we add some comments in before he leaves?
I'm going to ask Mike. Mike, can
I'd like to make-
trustees say comments now? Okay, I'm going to start District 1. Tim, anything you want to say?
No, I'm kidding, kidding. Yeah, sort of like, no, Mike,
English.
a little over 4 years ago, I didn't know you from Adam, and I'm glad to say I've
Still don't know him from Adam.
no, I've last 4 years it's been great working with you, and I consider you a good friend, and hopefully we'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike, for your friendship.
Thank you.
you ready? I too did not know much of Mike Carberry 4 years ago when I met him. Did know he's a guy from the neighborhood, grew up at the opposing Catholic school in Oak Lawn that we beat in football. They lost. Very important. But getting to know Mike and his family and his care for his neighborhood and the people and his constituents has been a great journey. I know that we've spent many hours in a car driving together, looking at flooding issues and other issues in the neighborhood. And Mike does have a tendency to like to stop off for pie, either at Oak Lawn Restaurant or at, what's that one in yours? Huck Finn in your neighborhood. And it's late night pie, so it's not good for you. But I truly enjoyed getting to know you and understanding your care for the neighborhood. And if your residents and the residents of the village only knew how much work went on behind the scenes and how much you cared about what's going on, not just in your district, but throughout the village, they'd be very, very humbled and surprised. Not that they'd be humbled, they'd be surprised at how much work that goes on. But I can't tell you how much it's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I look forward to continuing on relationships. And we'll need your help with the St. Casimir project because it is a big thing for us. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Alex.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. I did know Mike. I knew Mike growing up. He comes from a fine family, the Carberry family, a very large family in a great district, District 6, and a great parish, St. Catherine. So, Mike, I wish you well in all your endeavors, and certainly thanks for your service to the village of Oklahoma.
Round to the trustees, then come back to the dais here. Terry.
Thank you, Mayor. Mike, I was warned when I first won this election, okay, that you were a quiet but smart and directed man. And I learned that over a milkshake. Must be something to do with pie. He invites me to a milkshake at Dove Candies for our first encounter. And I learned that he's the real deal, okay, and that his heart, his motivation and his heart is for the village of Oak Lawn. He had no agendas, no secret agendas, just a good village. I was proud to work with you, Mike, proud to get to know you.
I had a few secret agendas, but you don't know 'em.
I know.
That's why they're
But
secret.
let's enjoy a cigar once in a while this summer, too, together, like we do. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mike, I only came on the board 2 years ago, and for those people out in the audience, it's pretty scary to come up here and sit and look at all your smiling faces and trying to decide what the best thing is to do, what the best thing for Oak Lawn is. And Mike Carberry was a mentor, an instructor, and most of all, a good friend, and I really appreciate it. He can't afford pens in his other job, so we all got him a few tonight. And I hope you don't run out. If you do, let us know. Thanks for being a friend.
Thank you.
Well, I've known Mike since the day he was born and when he was a little kid running around Lawn Aqua. And Mike, not only thank you for the last 4 years, but for all you've done all these years for Oak Lawn. He's a great friend of my son John's, and John always says to me, Mom, he's a great guy. So thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
Continue,
very much.
please.
Thank you.
Wow. Mayor, thank you, and Board of Trustees. Mike, I computed last night, you're the 65th local elected official that I've had the privilege or not privilege to serve in my career. And I'll never forget, that'll be between you and I, our first lengthy conversation on my porch at about 11 o'clock at night. I'll remember that one. And we'll have hopefully have some laughs about that sometime. For the mayor and for the trustees, and I have the distinct privilege of serving communities as a manager, appointed and entrusted to serve under the men and women who are on this dais. And I have to tell you, public service that they provide for basically a volunteer service in the community, certainly the compensation does not at all reach the level of time and effort that they do, as Trustee Olenichek and Trustee Desmond and the others stated. they love their community. They love Oak Lawn. They chose to serve because they do love the men and women and the families that make Oak Lawn so special. So, Mike, thank you for the opportunity to serve you as one of my bosses. Get a little football in, too, and have great achievements in the area of water, in the area of going live, Diana, this week with the Village of Hotchkiss Police Department. That community serves the UPS headquarters, industrial giants in the greater Chicago area, and also another mall. And they are so delighted to be served by a professional organization like Oak Lawn, and they're extremely thankful for your assistance in the early stages. Water, you serving on the Public Works Committee with Trustee Olenichek as the chair and with Trustee Desmond. The opportunity with Speaker Madigan to press for the low-interest loans that are at a level we never could have imagined. So thank you for that service, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you. Not quite done, Mike. I just want to thank you also. You are one of you have a very pure heart and a real passion for this community, and you are true blue, and it's just been an honor. It's been an honor, and I hope you're not a stranger around Village Hall, and I hope you come back often, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wait, Mike.
What do we got now? Plaque, yeah?
It's a piece of pie.
Yeah. Feel I'm tall for a change.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the Village of Oak Lawn proudly recognizes Trustee Mike Carberry for his years of service from 2013 to 2017, presented this 9th day of May, 2017.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mike. I would like to call the Honorable Judge Christopher Lawler up for the swearing in of our oaths, taking our oaths of office. Thanks.
Should I get out of the way?
Okay. Now, while we get organized up here, for the Keeping Oak Lawn First team, some of the volunteers also wanted to do a presentation after we're sworn in. I'd like my dad and brother up here, please. Come on. Come on. Very proud of my family. I have abundant sisters, cousins, nephews. Dad, we're going to come up here. Yeah. Dad is turning 97 next month. Proud World War II veteran. And I'm not going to tell my brother how old he is. He knows.
Yeah, you can go up there, Steve.
I'm going to have you stand right here.
Congratulations to you.
And Bob, you stand right there. Okay,
You ready?
I am.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Sandra Berry,
Having been elected to the office of village president
having been elected to the office of village president
in the village of Oak Lawn,
in the village of Oak Lawn,
county of Cook,
county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of village president
of village president
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Mayor.
Thank you. Debbie, do you want to come up? You have a plaque plaque to present her. Tom, how do you want to do that?
If I could, I don't know if this is working.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, you're a free man. Let's take a picture with Steve.
This is a congratulatory plaque, and it reads, congratulations to the Keep Oak Lawn First team. Election results April 4th, 2017. These were all going to be distributed by, alphabetically by height and by district. So, Sandy,
Thank you very much. Thank you. And these are from our volunteers on the campaign. Thank you very much. Okay. Our next on the agenda, oops, our village clerk, Jane Quinlan. Yes. Do you want to come up here? Yeah, he's coming.
Move over a little bit.
No.
This is my husband, Walter Pat Quinlan, my lifelong friend for 45 years. I do have a fairly large family. 2 of my sons live out of town, and the 2 that live here are all at sports events tonight, so it's, we're going it alone, so. This is my dear friend Chris Lawler for many years, so I'm thankfully swearing us in.
Raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, Jane Quinlan,
having been elected to the office of village clerk
having been elected to the office of village clerk
in the village of Oak Lawn,
in the village of Oak Lawn,
county of Cook,
county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of village clerk
the duties of the office of village clerk
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Jane.
Very much.
Proud of you.
Trustee Alex Olenichek. And
I will be accompanied by the greatest thing ever happened to me, my wife Teresa, going on 22 years. And my youngest son, John. I too have other members of the family. My 3 other sons are busy with athletics. They could not make it, so come on in.
Congratulations, buddy. You all set? Here, stand over here. You're good. This is a family swearing in, okay? Raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, Alex Olenichek,
having been elected to the office of District 2 Village Trustee
have been elected to the office of District 2 Village Trustee
in the village of Oak Lawn,
in the village of Oak Lawn,
county of Cook,
county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of District 2 Village Trustee
of District 2 Village Trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, trustee.
Thank you.
They do. We'll get all those.
And John did not want to come. He was forced to come here tonight.
Writer. Trustee Terry Vorderer.
I'd like to invite the 3 most important women in my life, my wife Linda, my sister Madonna, and the belle of my life, my little granddaughter Raylyn. Would you come up and join me? And my son is here with his fiance, but we'll have too many on the stage, man. Thanks for coming.
It's homemade.
Hi there. Hi,
Oh, she's a little shy.
Matt normally, she warms up.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Terry Borderer,
Having been elected to the office of District 4 Village Trustee
having been elected to office, District 4, Village Trustee,
in the Village of Oak Lawn,
in the Village of Oak Lawn,
County of Cook,
County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United
of
States
the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge,
the duties of the office of District 4 Village Trustee,
faithfully
the du-
fulfill the duties of District 4 Trustee.
to the
Village
best
Oak Lawn.
of, to the best of my
To the best
ability.
of my ability.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
Terry.
Judge. I want to point out that I have been sworn in up in this board by 2 judges, and both of them have their roots in District 4.
I,
Okay, all right, give it to me, I'll keep it up here. I'll see you when we're done. Okay.
I am.
Trustee Tom Phelan.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Congratulations, buddy.
My son Matt, my youngest, Kevin middle, Tommy oldest, my wife Sue, who I had to vote just to neutralize her vote against me in the election.
Come on up here, Sue.
That's a nice look, Sue.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Thomas Phelan,
Having been elected to the office District 6 Village Trustee
having been elected to the office of District 6 Village Trustee
in the Village of Oak Lawn,
in the Village of Oak Lawn,
County of Cook,
County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of District 6 Village Trustee
the duties of the office of District 6 Trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Tom.
Thanks for sure.
Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you guys. Good. God bless. Good to see you. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you, Chris Law. How you been?
Have a seat, sir. I think it's still warm.
I hope you don't need a pen, we gave them all away.
No, I don't.
We got a pen, Tim's.
And I lived in Oak Lawn for the first part of my life, and I see a lot of my friends out here. And then I lived right down the street in St. Gerald's for a number of years. And I did grow up with the Vortiver family, and I've known the Quinlans, and I've known the Phalans, and Tommy's wife's family forever. So what an honor it was for me to be able to come back here and be a part of this celebration. So good luck to Oak Lawn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Set the class. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, we are done with item 6. Item 7, public comments. We have 2 public comments. John Volokaitis is talking about minimum wage. Is that what that says, sir? Okay. So let us know if you live in Oak Lawn, sir, and you have 3 minutes.
John Volokakis, live in Oak Lawn. On the item of minimum wage, just like with TIFs and eminent domain, we get government involved way too much in business. It's the same thing with the minimum wage, okay? I don't know where the government gets off telling businesses how to run their business. And, there's statistics from the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics that a full half of minimum wage earners are under 26 years old. Additional 25% are those over about 26%, which make up almost 50% of minimum wage earners are supplementing income in families that are already making $40,000 a year. The government's proved that, the more they interfere, the more we lose our freedoms. And the minimum wage is going to be affecting the free enterprise system. There's a lot of small businesses in Oak Lawn, and increasing a minimum wage is just going to hurt them more and more. Something additional, I've read reports also that stipulate that, the higher you raise the minimum wage, the more dropouts are going to get out of high school. They're going to think they can make a living on that, which only hurts them further down the road, of course. But again, and something that a lot of minimum wage earners wind up doing is they're making more money, but they might be losing more benefits too. They might be losing subsidies for housing, education for their kids, free lunch programs. They might bump themselves into higher bracket for Obamacare, where they're paying higher premiums and possibly higher deductibles. And so a lot of these things, have play into this. And again, I don't know how, a government, all they're doing is shrinking the free enterprise system. So I would like to, that this board, does opt out of the county mandatory minimum wage increase.
Thank you very much. I forgot to make an announcement before we started public comments. If any of the families who came to be sworn, for the swearing in, are ready to go, we will not be insulted. If you get up and, and leave, it's perfectly okay. And I apologize for not saying that before public comments. Okay, so hang on just a minute. Hey, Bob.
That's the quickest I've seen my son move in about a month.
Okay. Okay, he wants to stay. Okay, thank you, Steve. Okay. We have one more public commenter, Andy Scurianos. And let us know if you're a resident, sir, and you have 3 minutes.
Yes, I'm a resident. I'd just like to say I know most of the male trustees up there and their wives, and they all outkicked their coverage. Okay? And Pat, you outkicked your coverage when Mary Jane. I just wanted to say that. I just want to congratulate everyone who won and thank them for offering to serve as elected officials in Oak Lawn. It's not an easy job, that's for sure. In particular, I would like to congratulate our mayor, Dr. Sandra Berry, on her reelection. She ran a campaign on truth and issues and won a hard-fought victory. I hope this new board remembers the saying, actions speak louder than words. Just 4 years ago, before the previous board was in office, the 3rd District trustee said he would work with that board. An olive branch was offered. Then he proceeded to start a blog before they were even sworn in. The blog attacked residents, employees, elected officials, and even village businesses in a most untruthful and hurtful way. This blog presented Oak Lawn, my home, and your home, my home, for 49 years in a very negative light, all for political gain. Thankfully, the voters didn't believe the lies and attacks. It's time to move Oak Lawn forward. Once again, the 3rd District trustee is offered an olive branch, promising to work with the mayor and board. But remember, actions speak louder than words. Let's see if it happens this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Item 8, conflict of interest disclosure. Does anyone have a conflict to disclose with any item on tonight's agenda? Okay, hearing none, we're going to move on to item 9, a request to approve, the Children's Museum in Oak Lawn's KISS, that's Kids Identification and Safety Seat event on Saturday, May 20th. May I have a motion, please, on item 9?
So move.
I'm going to give that to trustee Vorder. I think, who was our second? Trustee Olenichek? Thank you. Any discussion on this item? We have someone from the Children's Museum here. Do you want to say anything about it? If you could come to the program. The podium, excuse me. Hi, Adam.
I'm Adam Woodworth. I'm the executive director for the Children's Museum in Oak Lawn. We were approached by IDOT and the Illinois State Police to do this event, and we're really excited about providing some safety. There is going to be a touch-a-truck event as part of this, and would invite the village to would love to have you guys bring out some trucks as well if you're interested. So I also wanted to make it clear that when they talk about the KISS event, that it has nothing to do with Paul Stanley. So I want to make sure so that everybody knows that. So I know, right?
Thank you. Thanks. Any other discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. Congratulations. 10 is a request to approve the Oak Lawn Public Library special event, Adopt, Don't Shop, to be held on the Village Green, June 10th, 2017. May I have a motion on item 10, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Stalker made that motion.
Second.
Seconded. I'm going to give it to trustee Vorder again. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 11, new business by village trustees. I'm going to start in District 6. Trustee Tom Phelan, what's new?
Wasn't prepared for that.
Sorry.
Well, I want to reiterate what Mike Carberry said. I hope we can all work together. There's a lot of challenges facing our village, no different than anybody else. Hopefully, we can get things done and put the personal animosities and bad blood and bad history behind us and move forward, because it is a great community. I don't know, you ask any person on the street, people outside of Oak Lawn. I work in Orland Park in downtown, and it's a highly regarded community. So to the extent, sometimes we forget we're in our own little bubbles. We have a lot of good things going on here, and I want to say what I've said for the last several months about this board prior to my getting here. They did more in 4 years, and I served on the board 8 years prior to that. If I had been able to be part of what they did for 4 years, I would have never stopped bragging about it. And, the message needs to get out. People need to be educated. But there is a lot that needs to be done, and, I'm here to do my part. So thank you.
Thank you and welcome. District 5.
I just want to welcome Tom. I look forward to working with you, Tom, and I agree with your sentiments. Let's move on.
District 4.
Thank you, Mayor. And Tom, welcome aboard. I'm sure you'll be a great addition to this board. As I look out over in this room, I see lots of people that helped me win this seat once more. It's not only the hard work that a trustee does to win an election, it's the support of the people that believe in him, that knock on doors and go out. So those people in the audience and family, thank you. As I was driving here tonight to this meeting, I was thinking that I have served this village in some capacity for 46 years. I got on the police department at 21, served 6 years in the Park District elected position, and now my second term as trustee. If I'm completed with this term, I'll have 50 years in service to a village that I was born in. 7 of my brothers and sisters were raised in. My family, I raised them, to live here and grow up here and attended schools, and it's given so much to me. I enjoy being able to give back to this village, and I look forward to doing that for 4 more years. Thank you, people of the 4th District, for giving me this one more opportunity. Thank you. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. District 3.
Thank you, Mayor. I would also like to take the opportunity again to congratulate the mayor and all the trustees on their reelection, and in the case of Tom Phelan, his election. I served with Tom in the past, and he is definitely a hardworking, hard-driving, diligent board member, and I would like to work with the board for the betterment of our community. So I grew up in Oak Lawn myself. I spent, I went to St. Catherine's for 8 years. I lived in that parish for the first 20 years of my life. My family, my mom and dad raised 5 kids there. And my dad used to always say to me, when I was elected trustee, I thought when I was elected trustee, I thought it was my town. And my dad said, don't you ever forget that this is my town and this is my name too. And I never did forget that. With some great advice. I love Oak Lawn. I know everybody up here does. And all I can say is let's move forward and work together to make Oak Lawn a better community. Thank you.
Thank you. District 2.
Just a couple of things. I, too, am a product of the Village of Oak Lawn. I've been a lifelong resident of the Village of Oak Lawn. I've made all my sacraments so far at St. Gerald's, one left. It's hard to get married in your church, but we were lucky that God was blessed that my wife's church was being remodeled that year, so it worked out well. The point is, as you've seen, many of our families are here, and this is a village that everybody up in this board thinks very, very highly of and is very concerned with. We have worked very hard together, and some not so much together, but I too look forward to working with the whole board in unison, because just think of what we can accomplish working together towards servicing our citizens the best. I want to give thanks to many, many people. They're running a campaign and being in election. There's a lot of work that has to be done. First of all, I want to thank the members of the board that I've served with, Jane the longest, and then Terry, Bud, Tim, and now Tom coming on, because it makes a difficult job easier when you have a very good team working together in unison to make sure that the residents are serviced. Then the staff in the Village of Oak Lawn, so all the department heads and all the staff that's out there, and the diligent work that they do and the amount of work that they put in, and the amount of hours that they put in behind the scenes, always willing to answer phone calls and do what's right for the citizens of the Village of Oak Lawn. And I do appreciate that we have a great staff, whether it's the fire department, the police department, public works, water, the administrative staff, the financial staff. We in the Village of Oak Lawn are very blessed to have the people that work in this village and care about each and every resident that's out there. I want to thank my family, because as we go through these things, we spend a lot of time away from families, being pulled on different things. And, it's tough enough raising a family, but having a wife and children that understand that you're going to be gone if something happens in the village, if there's a microburst, or if there's a need, you're going to be gone, or on Saturdays, you're going to be dealing with the constituents. And we're okay with that. That's what we're here for. And the pride that you get when your kids understand that giving back through any little program that they can, whether it's the recycling center or whether it's through senior snow shoveling or even just helping out a friend or another resident, that's the Oak Lawn that I grew up in, and I want my children to continue to grow up in. And it's a great village. Moving forward, the issues that we are going to continue to concentrate on is neighborhood safety. These are our neighborhoods. These are our friends, family, relatives, and residents in the neighborhoods, and we'll continue to concentrate and work on neighborhood safety. Number one complaint that every trustee gets is traffic and the flow of traffic. We're going to continue to work on that. Infrastructure. We've made a great move on the infrastructure with the advice of staff and addressing the infrastructure issues. We still have work to do on that. One of the biggest things that we can help our residents with is flooding. Our St. Casimir project that Trustee Stalker, Trustee Voider, I know, Tom, you've been involved with it. I know ex-Trustee Carberry's been involved with it. Trustee Desmond's been involved in it, and it would be nice to get Trustee Straight on board with working for that. If we could get that St. Casimir project working from all the studies, that would eliminate a lot of the flooding issues that we have in the Village of Oak Lawn. Correct, Larry?
Correct.
So that's big, and we're going to have to work hard on that. And then we also, to our village employees, to make sure that we properly fund their pensions while not taking away the services and the quality of services for our residents. So I want to thank every resident that voted for me and every resident that didn't vote for me, just for giving me the opportunity to live one of my bucket list dreams as being your trustee in the Village of Oak Lawn, and I take a lot of pride doing it day in, day out. And I thank you, and I look forward to 4 more years. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you. District 1.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I wasn't born in Oak Lawn, but I lived there for 27 years. And there is a great sense of community. And I've seen that so many times, but especially in the last election, we have campaigns, some win, some lose. I see where Trustee Vorder even would go to former trustee Tom Dewey to ask for advice on certain things. I see them both working together, for the betterment of their community. The same thing with Mike Carberry. He would talk to Tom Phelan. I'm sure that they will continue that friendship. And I think it's one of the things that makes our community great. So again, I want to congratulate everybody for winning, for taking time out of their lives to help Oak Lawn. And also, I think, Tom, you're not the only Phelan that deserves congratulations. I think 2 of your sons, Tom and Kevin, actually won superior honours at Brother Rice recently. The only time 2 brothers actually have won that. Is that correct?
Very good.
They left to say that?
To watch TV.
They appreciate it, yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations to everybody.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you very much. Larry, Village Managers Report.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm on the bearing of bad news. At 6:35 p.m. tonight, the board received a legislative alert. We all know as Oaklawnians and Illinois residents that we do not have a balanced budget. And the lights are on in Springfield, and a senator from Vandalia, Illinois, has introduced a bill for a hearing tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. That bill, introduced by the senator from Vandalia, would take 25%, and I know Mr. Hannigan is going to listen to this, and it won't be easy sleeping tonight, 25% of your local governmental distribution fund and 20% of our share of sales and use tax. We're talking millions of dollars that are used to help balance your local budget, reduce the share of the property tax that funds services. Over 60% of which your budget goes to, as Trustee Olenichik pointed out, one of our priorities, safety in this community. So we've been asked online witness slips in opposition. I'll send this to you tonight, folks. Since the hearing's at 4, if you're able to take action prior to that hearing, our Illinois Municipal League would certainly be appreciative, along with mayors and elected officials throughout the state. That is a dangerous action. The problem is not here among local governments, it's at the state. And I think most Oak Lawn taxpayers, and certainly most Illinois taxpayers, realize that. It's unfortunate that legislators would consider trying to balance their issues that they have not addressed on the backs of local property tax payers in this state. That's all I have, Mayor. I'm sorry to report that to you.
Thank you, Larry. 13 is ordinance 171021, an ordinance amending Title 1, Chapter 9, Section 10 of the Oak Lawn Code by enacting regulations regarding paid sick leave and minimum wage requirements. May I have a motion, please, on item 13?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. I'm going to give that Trustee Vorder. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Trustee Desmond is our second. Any discussion here?
So what exactly are we voting on here?
We're voting to opt out of the minimum wage and paid sick leave ordinance.
It says it's an ordinance amending.
Yes. Don, do
that's
you
the-
want to go through?
Right, in order to opt out, this is the ordinance, the Cook County, what the public commenter was speaking of, the way it is written, each village has the authority to opt out and proceed under state law, whatever the state law, federal law requires for minimum wage. not what's afforded by the Cook County regulations on this point.
Right, so a yes vote is a vote to opt out.
Yes.
Correct. Correct.
Voting for this particular ordinance is opting out of Cook County's regulations.
Thank you. In terms of discussion, I just want to draw attention to a letter we received today from Commissioner Don Daly, who was a sponsor of this bill, asking us not to opt out. I spoke with him this afternoon, just wanted all of you to have a copy of this, and he wanted me to just record this in the minutes, but did not care so much if it was read, but all of you can read it there for your reasons. Are there any other discussion on this item? Okay, let's take that vote, please. So a yes vote is to opt out.
Correct.
Thank you.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Phelan.
Yes.
Trustee Vorder.
Yes.
Trustee Streit.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you. And I know our small businesses appreciate that very much. And thank you to chamber members for being here. 14, a request to approve the appeals board referral granting a variation from certain fence design and construction requirements at 9930 Southwest Highway. This was a 7-0 vote to approve. Petition number A 2017-1, Great Lakes Credit Union, care of Paul Monahan, petitioner in District 3. And then item 15 is an ordinance granting that request. May I have a motion on 14 and 15, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Trustee Streit made the
Second.
motion. Seconded by Trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Phelan.
Yes.
Trustee Vorder.
Yes.
Trustee Streit.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. 16 is a request to approve the Planning and Development Commission referral from the impervious surface requirements at 9610 South Marion Avenue. This was a 5-0 vote to approve. Petition number 2017-10. Sandra and Alfredo Jimenez are the petitioners in District 3, and 17 is an ordinance granting that request. May I have a motion, please, on 16 and 17?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Oliniechek made that motion.
Second.
Trustee Stalker is our second. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Phelan.
Yes.
Trustee Vorder.
Yes.
Trustee Streit.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. 18 is Resolution 17-1033, a resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Oak Lawn and the Oak Lawn Library for the sharing of services. May I have a motion on 18, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Vorder made that motion.
Second.
Seconded by Trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Phelan.
Yes.
Trustee Vorder.
Yes.
Trustee Streit.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Motion passes.
This brings us to 19, which is Resolution 17-1034, a resolution approving the First Amendment to the intergovernmental agreement by and between the Village of Oak Lawn and the Village of Chicago Ridge pertaining to the provision of fire chief services. May I have a motion, please, on 19?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Trustee Stalker,
And I'll second.
and thank you, Trustee Vorder, as our second. Any discussion here? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Phelan.
Yes.
Trustee Vorder.
Yes.
Trustee Streit.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Motion passes.
20 is Resolution 17-1035, a resolution approving the bid of the Crowley Shepherd Asphalt Company for the 2017 supply of bituminous concrete materials. May I have a motion on 20?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Oliniechek made that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. Trustee Vorder is our second. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Phelan.
Yes.
Trustee Vorder.
Yes.
Trustee Streit. Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. 21 is our village clerk's report. Jane?
Approval of semi-monthly disbursements, number 2017-09D, dated May 9th, 2017, in the amount of $6,904,814.19.
Thank you. May I have a motion on 21A, please?
Motion to pay the bills.
Thank you, trustee Vorder. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Phelan?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit? Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes. One more thing, Mayor. I'd just like to thank the residents and voters in the Village of Oak Lawn for the continued support. I'm very humbled by it, and I'll continue to do what I've done the last 12 years, work very hard for our residents. We cannot do these jobs without our wonderful management team, police, fire, public works, and the leaders are over here, so thank you very much for everything. Appreciate it. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you, thank you. Item 22 is my report. Really, I just have a big thank you as well. It is a true honor to represent the Village of Oak Lawn in the capacity as mayor or village president. I am humbled, I am filled with gratitude. Thank you for those who supported us, the volunteers. Thank you also for everyone who came out and voted, no matter who the vote was for. We do need everyone involved in this process for it to work well, and I want to thank you. Thank you for the volunteers, the supporters, Congressman Lipinski. You know, it's really a privilege to work up here with these guys. This is a great team, and I look forward to what 4 years bring. We're excited about it. And with that, I'm going to move on to 23, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Oh, my goodness. Trustee Oliniechek, are you awake?
Gotcha.
Let him second.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn by trustee Stalker, and second?
I want to stay.
Okay.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Vorder. Any discussion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Thank you, we are adjourned.
Time is up.
Time is 8:22 PM.
Hi, Dermot.